Hi everyone, today we will learn how to recover data from a RAID Level 1 or RAID 0 array following the failure of an InLine 7669C controller. You will find out how to extract files from the drives if access to the disk array has been lost. If your server is silent when powered on, or if you see errors when attempting to access the disk array, your data is at risk. Later in this video, we will look at several data loss scenarios, the breakdown of the InLine 7669C controller, and the failure of the array's disks. Causes of controller failure. There can be several reasons for a controller failure. Overheating due to insufficient cooling, power surges in the electrical grid, natural wear and tear of components over time, or even a factory defect. Regardless of the cause, the result is the same: loss of access to your files. In such a situation, the main thing is not to panic, and, even more importantly, not to take hasty actions. To avoid permanently losing the data on the disks, it is strictly not recommended to attempt to initialize or recreate the array via the BIOS or the controller utility. This will overwrite service data and make recovery practically impossible. Connect the disks individually to other computers and try to read them. The operating system will ask to initialize them, which will lead to data loss. How RAID works and how to create an array on the InLine 7669C controller. To understand how to recover data, we need to recall how RAID works. A RAID array isn't just a set of disks. The controller combines them into a single logical space, distributing data according to specific algorithms, using stripes. When the controller fails, this logic is lost, and the operating system sees only separate, unallocated disks. For a better understanding of how the disk array works, let's examine the process of creating an array on this specific InLine 7669C controller. Plug the InLine 7669C RAID controller into a free PCIe slot on your motherboard. Connect the drives to the controller's SATA ports. For the RAID array to work correctly, it is recommended to use disks of the same model and capacity. Turn on the computer. To create an array on this controller in Windows, we will use the built-in utility, Storage Spaces. To do this, open Control Panel, then Storage Spaces. Here, click Create a new pool. Then, check the disks that will make up the future array and click the Create Pool button. Next, give it a name, specify a drive letter, and the file system type. As we can see, only NTFS is available here. Then, select the resiliency type, RAID 1 or RAID 0, and then the storage size. Finally, click Create Storage Space. Now the disk array is available for use. Recovering data from a broken array. We have created the disk array, now let's break down the recovery process. There are several scenarios for recovering data from disks when the controller fails. For the first scenario, we need either an identical working controller to reconnect the disks or specialized software capable of emulating the RAID controller logic and reassembling the array via software. The first option isn't always available, but the second one can always be found on the internet. Controller replacement. If you have the opportunity to get an exact copy of the working InLine 7669C controller, this is one of the easiest paths. You simply install the new controller and connect all the disks to it in the same sequence as before. In most cases, the controller will automatically detect the previously created array and allow access to the data. However, be careful. Do not use controllers from other models or manufacturers, as this can lead to incompatibility and further data corruption.
Recovery using Hetman RAID recovery. If you couldn't find an identical controller, use specialized software for recovering RAID arrays. Hetman RAID Recovery is a powerful tool designed specifically for recovering data from destroyed RAID arrays. The program will automatically reassemble the broken array from the drives and allow you to recover files from it. It supports all popular file systems and RAID types. To start recovery, you need to disconnect all disks that were part of the RAID array from the faulty controller. Then connect them to the computer. Important: connect all disks from the array, even if one of them was damaged, in the case of RAID 5/6. Also, make sure the operating system sees them. You can use the disk management utility for this. Under no circumstances agree to initialize or format them, as this can irretrievably wipe the remaining information on the disks. They should appear as unallocated or unknown. Next, follow the link in the description and download Hetman RAID Recovery. As you can see, it is also available for other operating systems, so you can recover your data under Linux or macOS. It is also important to install the program not on the disks you are recovering data from, but on a different logical or physical drive to avoid overwriting valuable information. After launching, the program will automatically start scanning the connected disks. Its algorithms analyze the service information on each disk and, in most cases, automatically reassemble the virtual RAID array, determining its type, disk order, and block size. You will see it in the main program window as a fully fledged logical drive. Next, run an analysis to search for files. Right-click on the drive and select Open. Then select one of the analysis types: Fast Scan or Full Analysis. For most simple data loss situations, as is the case with controller failure, it is sufficient to perform a fast scan. This takes less time. As you can see, the program instantly scanned the disks and displayed all the files remaining on the disk. It also found previously deleted files. They are marked here with a red cross. The program helps recover data even in cases of accidental deletion. For convenience, a preview function is implemented here, which makes searching for the necessary files easier. Next, select everything you need to return and click the Recovery button. Specify the path where to save the files and click Recovery again. Make sure to save the data to a different physical disk, not the disks you are recovering from. Upon completion, all files will be located at the specified path. In the case of deleted files, if the program failed to find the information, run a full analysis. To do this, return to the main menu of the program, right-click on the disk, select Analyze again, then Full Analysis. Full analysis will take more time because the program uses a different search algorithm. Upon completion, you will be able to recover your files. How to build a broken RAID manually. The program also features a manual RAID construction function. In some situations, service information may be overwritten, and the program won't be able to determine the RAID parameters. In such a case, you can assemble it manually, if you know its parameters. In the RAID constructor, you will need to specify the RAID type, block size, their order, disk sequence, etc. If the parameters are specified correctly, you will see your array here. Afterward, you can analyze it and recover files from it. As you can see, recovering data from a destroyed RAID array is not a simple task, but it is entirely doable. With the right tools, you can get your important data back.
And remember, the best protection against data loss is regular backups. And that's all. I hope this video helped recover your data. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Leave your comments below the video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye!